Welcome back to 13C, everyone. Today we're taking a look at an outside the waistband holster from Chi-Town Tactical. It's their enhanced outside the waistband version, and there's a couple different features that make this holster unique. So as I mentioned, there's a couple unique features about this holster. I worked with the guys over at Chi-Town Tactical, including Ken Smith, to develop this holster. This is what they refer to as their outside the waistband enhanced holster at this point. And what it has is a spot here for an 1.5-inch belt loop, so it's normally what I wear is 1.5 inches. You can also get this 1.75 inches if you were so inclined, if you wear larger belts. And then as well, the attachment on here for PALS webbing. As you saw in that first clip, I was wearing it on a war belt. That allows you to have one holster with 2 different attachment options. Well, you don't have to get multiple holsters and things like that. It's also got a retention adjustment right here as well, so you can tighten it or loosen it as you see fit. When I had this one made, I requested that it was made with as much retention as possible. It's all passive retention, keep in mind. There's no nothing to disable on here. There's no hood or any other push button like a Serpa, anything like that. It's all passive retention, but it holds pretty well. I ran this holster last weekend in a Carbine 2 class I took with Paladin Combatives. It was an excellent class. We did a lot of moving, a lot of transitions. We were up and down constantly throughout the day. It's a physical class, which is good. You know, it's something you're anticipating. When you do that, you're moving, and throughout the entire day, held the pistol exactly where I wanted it until I needed it. We did some transitions throughout the day where you're transitioning from rifle to handgun, and it kept the whole pistol right where I wanted it. Drew it, came out clean when it on the draw stroke, back in, didn't have to worry about it throughout the entire day popping out or anything else. So as part of a video I'm going to be putting together about using plate carriers, body armor during training in and out of vehicles, doing different things, that's in the works now. One of the questions I get asked is, why not just mount your holster directly to your plate carrier? And this is a plate carrier from AR500.com. This is their Warrior Systems DCS. I really like this carrier a lot. It's very comfortable running it all day. And I'm going to wind up doing a standalone video on this when I do that other video that I mentioned earlier. So I want to just mount directly to the plate carrier. There's a couple of issues with that. First, I see a lot of guys running, sometimes there are different setups coming out like this, running the handgun up here. And the problem with that is going to be that you're gonna, most classes will not let you run a handgun in this configuration, because if you are drawing out and you get your hand on that trigger a little early, there's a chance of having a negligent discharge down the firing line at other students who may be on the line. So generally you're gonna, few and far between that you'll find that run that until you get to some very advanced classes where they're extremely comfortable with their students. So keep that in mind. So I have it right here, which I did not run in the class for a couple different reasons. One of them is you're moving about, doing different things, transitioning. Your hand hits this, your arm hits this right here. So that's a consideration. The other thing is actually drawing. If you notice, to clear, and even if I got this cut down a little lower, which I didn't want to do because I wanted to try and protect, because I knew I was running in the dirt, to have this up about as high as it could be, even if it's cut a little low, it doesn't matter, your arm still has to come up here. Look at how unnatural that is for your hand. So, I mean, you can definitely do it, I can do it. But for bigger guys or for guys who have issues with their shoulders, which I actually do, but I can still get my shoulder up about this high, you can do it, but the problem is going to be, after a long day of doing this, you're going to get sore. You're likely to extend your shoulder, something like that. So it's generally why I don't run something on the side like this. This is how I wore the setup in class. I had it on my 1.5-inch belt loop right here, and then I was wearing the plate carrier. Now, some people may suggest, well, if you drop your plate carrier down just a little bit, it'd be much easier to clear on the side, so you can mount that holster on the side. The issue with that is, the main reason to wear a plate carrier as opposed to some sort of chest harness is because of the armor that's in it. So your armor plates go right up to the top here. And there's a notch, if you feel down on your neck here, that is where the top of the plate carrier, the plate, is supposed to be. So basically you're trying to cover as much of your vital organs as you can that are in your chest cavity. So you're talking about lungs, heart, get some of your liver here. You know, below the rib cage is, well, you don't want to get shot no matter what. Below the rib cage is somewhere that requires less protection than this area right in here. Especially with access to modern medical care as we have it now, you're going to survive a shot down here a lot better than you are surviving a shot up here. So that's why this is worn where it is, and that's why dropping the plate carrier down would not be a good idea. So running a rifle with your plate carrier, if you need to transition, simply swing the rifle to the side, let it hang on your sling. Good firm grip on your handgun, bring it up, and then press out to the target like you normally would. Running it on a war belt is accomplished in the same fashion. Now, one thing I didn't mention on that first one I did, you're gonna wanna make sure as you transition, you get the safety on. You never wanna drop your rifle to the side, get in the habit of always, if you're not actively shooting, throw that safety on, especially in training classes, something like that. As you drop this rifle to the side, the more aggressive you get with letting it go, the more you're trying to beat times, beat clocks, be the fastest in the class, be the fastest at your drill, whatever you're gonna do. As your ego takes over, you're gonna be really letting this thing go, letting it slide and fly to the side. As you do that, there's always a potential for something on your gear to grab this trigger. And you don't want to do that and send a round negligently down into your foot or into the ground, ricochet off something and injure yourself or someone else. So keep that in mind as you're doing these transitions. Make sure you take that split second, throw that safety on before you drop this to the side and transition. Now, some of you may be wondering, why am I not really truly utilizing my range? Why am I not out there? I don't know how well the camera can pick it up, but there are little tiny sprigs of grass all over out there, which is awesome. It's finally growing in. Now that the berms are done, that's awesome. I can still safely shoot where I am here. There's plenty of protection from the height of my shootsteel.com target there, which is still just absolutely taking a beating. I've been using this thing non-stop for the past year, and I couldn't be happier with it and some of my other targets from shootsteel.com. So thanks to them for looking after the new range here. We really appreciate that, and we'll really be stressing these out here over the next several months and into next year. Overall, this holster turned out pretty much exactly the way I wanted it to, and I'd like to give a special thanks to Ken Smith for working with me on this and designing this out. I really appreciate that. Having two holsters in one is a huge benefit as far as I'm concerned. If you look down below in the description, you can find links to this holster, and if you want this exact one with this exact retention level, put in there just like 13Cs, and they'll know exactly what to do with it. This is, as I said, I asked for it with pretty much the maximum amount of passive retention I could get, just because I don't want it bouncing out in classes and things like that. Now, I have not adjusted this tension down any yet, and you can do that. You could, make it a little tighter, make it a little looser. I found just the way it is good for now, and it holds onto it very well. So if you get it, it's a little too tight, you could always loosen it up some, and it'd probably be more like an outside the waistband type Kydex holster with just standard passive retention that you're looking for. This does not impede the draw stroke any. Hopefully you could tell in the some of the video clips I put in here. That extra passive retention does not slow down your draw stroke any. It still comes out nice and crisp and clean. You just have to be a little more authoritative with it when you're getting it out, which I find on my draw. It's how I'm drawing anyway. I'm not, just slowly pulling it out. I'm actually drawing it out with some sort of authority. So hopefully that answers your question in that regard. You can find us at Facebook if you have any questions, facebook.com/gun reviews, as well as we're on Instagram. We are at 13C Gun Reviews, and the homepage 13cgunreviews.com is kind of the hub of everything. You'll find blogs, articles, different things that you won't just find here or anywhere else. Thanks again, everyone. We really appreciate it. And your subscriptions really help us out and let us know that what we're doing here is a benefit. And thank you again for your feedback on the channel. As far as different questions and things you have, I try and incorporate those into different aspects of the videos that we're doing here as we move forward. For example, earlier when I talked about having on your plate carrier here, one of the reasons why you may not want to do it here or here up that high in your plate carrier, some of the concerns. So hopefully that answered that question, because I know several of you messaged me with that and were curious about that. But thanks again, everyone. Be safe.